Tax cuts during the previous government had reduced our tax ratio from almost 11% of GDP in 2019 to a mere 7.5% of GDP on average in 2020-21. One of the lowest in the world, lower even than the tax ratios of very poor countries like the Central African Republic and Burkina Faso. The government took decisive and necessary action to increase tax rates, bolster tax collections, and implement cost recovery pricing in energy. It has tightened spending to generate the needed improvements in the primary fiscal balance in line with the IMF-supported program. These were difficult decisions and politically unpopular, but they were necessary. Unfortunately, the ship that is the national economy cannot be turned around quickly. This crisis is not yet over. The only way out is to grow at a rate of about 5 or 6% a year in a sustainable, inclusive way. Without such growth, we cannot escape our high debt burden even after a successful restructuring. And because the debt burden lies with the public sector will need to contract, not just this year, but also in the decade ahead. So growth will need to come from the private sector and be export-oriented given our foreign exchange needs. There is simply no other option.
Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe also spoke at the event.
When governments are transparent and accountable, they build trust among investors, which further promotes economic prosperity. In a sense, price stability and prosperity thrive in an environment where good governance provides the necessary checks and balances to create a robust and sustainable economic system. Amidst its worst economic crisis, Sri Lanka embarked on an ambitious journey to implement many of the reforms needed to instill good governance